going on, YouTubers? This is your boy, the Lex Man, and I'm here to give you your SummerSlam 2011 review. Before I get started, please feel free, or actually I would appreciate if you would follow me on Twitter and go sub to my second channel down in the description box below, as well as going to sub to the legendary Shooters. Getting that out of the way so I can get into the review. So, I know a few days ago I made a rant about WWE Summerslam not having good build-up, and I still stick to that. You know, you go in to the pay-per-view with only 4 matches announced. Not gonna have a lot of excitement. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 matches. Not that that's any better. You know what I'm saying? The excitement is not gonna be there with just 5 announced matches. You know, but I took a chance because my father actually offered to help pay for the pay-per-view, so I bought it. I actually bought the pay-per-view, and I gotta say, surprisingly, it was a very good show. It was a pretty damn solid pay-per-view. One of the better SummerSlams, actually the best one in years. Since, when was the last good SummerSlam? People can say 2008, I suppose. So yeah, I suppose 2008 was the last good SummerSlam. 2009 sucked. 2010 sucked, in my opinion. Although I did review that show and did say that the main event saved it from being a bad pay-per-view, it still, overall, as a show, was not very good. This show was a solid show. The only thing that was bad about SummerSlam 2011 was the commentary. Michael Cole, Booker T, Josh Matthews. Josh Matthews is good, but Michael Cole and Booker T are getting on my goddamn nerves. They distract me from watching the match. They're distracting. I'm glad I was on Skype so I didn't have to listen to them. And the CeeLo Green performance, I'm not even gonna talk about that. Just know, if you plan on buying this on DVD or watching the replay in case you didn't watch the one that just aired live, skip it. Go take a bathroom break. Go do something. Don't even sit down and torture yourself with the singing, because CeeLo Green may be a good recording artist, but live, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Let's get into the matches, alright? The first match was an impromptu match, as I expected, because I told myself, they can't just give us 5 matches. But they did do an impromptu match. It wasn't Alyx versus Dolph Ziggler. That was a dark match, and Dolph Ziggler did win that one. This match was a 6-man tag. It involved Rey Mysterio, John Morrison, and Kofi Kingston versus The Miz, R-Truth, and Alberto Del Rio. Now, the match came about after The Miz came out opening up the show with a promo, telling people that he's going to have a match. R-Truth came out after him, and did his thing. Was funny as hell. You gonna get got, all that jazz. Del Rio came out, said some stuff. Then Rey, Morrison, Kingston came out. They had a match. And the match was very good. It was high pace, had a lot of high energy in it. You know, everybody got a chance to shine. Nobody looked weak. It was a fine opener. It was a good 6-man tag match. And it got a lot of time, too. You would think so, with only 6 matches. So, yeah, pretty much it got a lot of time. Very high pace, high energy, lots of good spots. No real botches. It was a clean 6-man tag match. There you go. The winners of the match was John Morrison, Rey Mysterio, and Kofi Kingston, because Rey Mysterio pinned, was it Del Rio? Yeah, he pinned Del Rio. Rating for the match, I'm gonna give it 3 1/4. I'm gonna give it 3 1/4 stars. It was a good, solid opener, and it did its job. Alright, next match. Sheamus versus Mark Henry. Of course, this was the match I was, not the one I was most worried about, but one of those matches I was like, this might not be good, but I'm gonna watch it anyway because it has decent build-up. It surprised me a little bit. It was actually a pretty good match. No, it's not the best technical wrestling match in the world, but credit goes to Mark Henry for doing a fabulous job at selling in this match, because he actually helped make Sheamus look very good. For a singles match, this was a very good match. Was it their best match that they could have had? No. But it was a decent to good match. You will not get bored watching it, trust me. Especially at the end. There was a 6 spot at the end where Mark Henry picked up Sheamus and drove him through the freaking barricade. And he beat him by countout. That was a great way to put over Mark Henry's monster heel character right now. Mark Henry is a freaking beast. The strongest I have ever seen him, ever. This is stronger than his run in 2006. This is the strongest I've ever seen Mark Henry. That was a great way to end the match. Sheamus still comes out looking a little bit strong. He just so happened to lose, after a big ass spot by driving him through the barricade. Are you kidding me? Definitely. That was a great way to end the match. So Mark Henry wins by count out. Sheamus still looks strong. They're going to continue the feud, so we'll see what happens. Around this time, we got a backstage segment with CM Punk. He's doing an interview with, he's talking to John Laurinaitis. And he told him, "You will apologize to me for kicking me in the head." CM Punk, being the guy that he is, he's like, in a sarcastic way, "I'm sorry, boss." And John Laurinaitis just walked away. CM Punk turns around, and who walks in? Stephanie fucking McMahon. Holy shit, she looks hot. I'm sorry. If Stephanie McMahon wants to be laying in my bed naked one day, it's gonna be on and cracking. I'm just gonna say it like that. I mean, for any man to see Stephanie McMahon and not go, "I wanna fuck you," something's wrong with you. I'm just saying. You know, Stephanie McMahon talked to CM Punk, trying to wish him good luck. Hold out her hand, and CM Punk just pretty much told her, "I'm not shaking your hand because I know where that's been." I was like, damn, CM Punk. And then throughout the night, we get instances of Stephanie McMahon talking to Triple H and then talking to John Cena. And you're thinking, fuck, there's going to be a screw job. And we'll get to that later. Alright, next match is the Divas match. Beth Phoenix versus Kelly Kelly. This is the one I was worried about the most. And surprisingly, the best Divas match that they can put on this year. You know, this was probably the best Divas match in 2011. Or one of the better ones at least. Beth Phoenix had a pretty good, solid match with Kelly Kelly. I can't complain. Shoot, I'll give it 3 stars. Why not? I mean, of course, you got a few sloppy moments with Kelly Kelly, but the girl did some cool spots in the match as well, and she looked good doing it too. Granted, that goes with the... it also goes with the fact that she was wrestling Beth Phoenix, and you can't go wrong. You can hardly go wrong with Beth Phoenix. But, solid match. Beth Phoenix did lose, but she lost in a believable way. Because Kelly Kelly beat her with a roll-up. She was going for the Grand Slam. She reversed it. Roll-up. She didn't know what to expect because she was all cocky and shit. So, she beat her with a roll-up. It's not horrible. It's fine. And they're probably going to continue this until Night of Champions, where she'll actually win then. That's fine. Let Kelly Kelly have a 3-month run at least. It's cool. Next match. The next match was one of my favorite matches of the night. Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. For a singles match, this was very good. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Daniel Bryan fanboy. I'll happily admit it. I probably enjoyed it more than the average fan because I'm a Daniel Bryan fanboy. But this match was awesome. It was very good. Very solid. Both of them. Wade Barrett has not looked stronger since 2010 or this year. He has not looked stronger this year than when he wrestled Daniel Bryan in this match. This was a very, very good match. You will not get bored. Daniel Bryan was pulling out some crazy moves. And I can say this despite the fact that Daniel Bryan did lose. And he lost cleanly to Wade Barrett. That's fine. It put him over, which is good. He lost clean to Wade Barrett, and perhaps they're going to turn this into a feud, which would be nice. And they've proven to me that, okay, they can have good matches and deliver when it comes to, you know, making a good feud. So, yeah, if they turn this into a feud, I'll watch it. Yes, Daniel Bryan did lose, but you know something? I'm not worried about that because it didn't bury him. The only way this would have buried him if he lost just straight out. No, he actually put up a good fight. They had a decent amount of time to make it a believable match and add some psychology into it. So, yeah, very good match. Nobody got buried. Wade Barrett beat him cleanly. I'm happy. 3.5 stars. Maybe not 3.5. I'll see what I give it. Just look down there and see what I gave it. Because by this time this is loaded up, we'll give it a rating. Alright, let's get to the main event matches. I believe that's all the matches. Let's see. Improv 2 match, Sheamus, Divas, this match. Yeah, main event matches. I'm going to start off with the World Heavyweight Championship match. Well, Christian comes out and says that he's going to have a special person in his corner. People will speculate that either be Edge or Chris Jericho. It was Edge. Edge does come out, and this caught me off guard. Edge starts cutting a promo on Christian, and he tells Christian, you know, the way you got the championship, you know, you first got it that night, and then he lost it to Randy Orton unfairly. He said that too. I agree with you. then you came back next week, you whine, bitch, next week, whine, bitch, next week, whine, bitch, to the point that he said, you are a disgrace to that championship. I was like, man, that was cold-blooded. And then he walks away. Then Randy Orton comes out, and they have a great match. Another great match. In fact, this was the best one they've had ever. This is their best match out of all the matches they've had. It felt like a legit no-holds-barred match. They was using weapons. They went into the crowd. They went on the stage. Trash cans. Somebody went through a table using kendo sticks. They used the chair. There was like a concerto spot, but it didn't happen. Great match. I am not going to bury this match at all. In fact, this is the match of the night. This match stole the show from me. This was the best match of the night. And you're looking at me and going, really? Better than the main event? There's a reason for that. I'll get to that. Randy Orton and Christian stole the show. Great match. I'm going to give it 4 1/4. Their best match yet. Of course, the ending came with Randy Orton beating Christian with an RKO over the steel steps. Motherfucker! Why? Why does it always have to come back to Randall Keith Orton? Why? Why? Just imagine if Christian beat Randy Orton, how over he would be right now. But no, because WWE felt we have to keep Randy Orton on top because he has a fucking ego and he can't put anybody over. This better not be the end of the feud. If this is the end to the feud, although I'm getting sick and tired of the feud as it is, Jesus Christ, if it ends now, wonderful. Because Randall Keith Orton would have buried another superstar. It wasn't bad enough that he buried CM Punk, but now he's going to make Christian look weak, dominating him in the feud. Christian got 1 victory. Okay, maybe a couple of victories, 2, 3, 4 over Randy Orton, but at the end of the feud, he still came out on top. Whatever. Match was great. I'm not going to let my feelings towards Randy Orton affect the rating. It was still a great match. But damn it, man. Why does he always have to come out on top? Main event. Let's go. CM Punk versus John Cena for the main event match. Actually, the one match that WWE hyped up the most. That was actually supposed to carry the pay-per-view, but let's get into it. The match, of course, started out with Triple H coming out. You know, with his music and stuff. CM Punk, John Cena come out. The crowd, by the way, the crowd this entire night, fabulous. I loved the LA crowd. They just made pay-per-view much more entertaining. Anyways, the match itself started out like Money in the Bank. Started out slow and then picked up. You know, started to feel like it was a reminiscent of Money in the Bank. And then the ending comes. They hit each other with their finishers. They kick out of that. So I'm waiting, because after all the build-up, I'm thinking, okay, Triple H has to do something. He's going to have to screw somebody over. The next thing we know, CM Punk hits the GTS, pins John Cena. His foot is on the ropes. And he pins on 1, 2, 3. And Triple H makes him the winner. And I'm thinking, that's it? You're just going to end the match like that? After all that build-up, it's just going to end with CM Punk beating John Cena with his leg on the ropes with a screw. That was kind of lame. Don't worry, that's not how it ended, though. John Cena goes back, pissed off. Next thing we know, Kevin Nash comes out. Big Daddy Cool Diesel Kevin Nash. He comes out all of a sudden, gets into the ring, attacks CM Punk. I'm like, what the fuck? Kevin Nash? I marked out. I was happy to see him, but it was like, wow, this was random. He gets into the ring, he jackknife powerbombs him, and then walks away. I was like, wow, okay. Triple H was like, what the hell's going on? The next thing we know, Alberto Del Rio comes out, and I'm like, oh, what? You know what's going to happen, right? Comes out, cashes it in, hits CM Punk with that step-up enziguri and pins on 1, 2, 3. And he walks away the WWE Undisputed Champion. Wow. Now, that is an ending I didn't expect. I didn't expect the show to end like that. I'm just going to say that right now. And right now, I don't really know how to feel about that. That's like, well, I expected a screw job, but Del Rio coming in and winning the championship, that was unexpected. You know, once again, WWE swerving the internet fans. They take us into a direction, make us predict what's going to happen, and then they, nope, we're not doing that. We're going to do this instead. And man, this is a nice swerve. This isn't a bad swerve. And so all you gonna complain, well, I want Triple H to, you know, screw CM Punk because I would have started the CM Punk versus Triple H feud. Remember, Kevin Nash is Triple H's friend, so it can still happen. And at least John Cena is no longer the champion. At least be happy with that. And see what can get later down the road. Don't worry, he's still healthy, he's still young, he can get back again in the future. At least John Cena is not champion. I'm happy about that. Del Rio, we knew he was going to get it. And to all you saying, everybody was complaining about Del Rio not getting the championship, why complain now? Why complain about it now? Because within a year's time, Del Rio won the Royal Rumble, he didn't main event WrestleMania, but he competed for the World Championship at WrestleMania, had a lot of good matches with Christian and all these other people, and then won the WWE Undisputed Championship within a year's time. To all you saying that WWE has buried him, check your words, okay? Understand that. He became world champion within a year's time. Name a couple of people that have done that. Brock Lesnar. I was going to name Kurt Angle, but not really. Yeah, Kurt Angle. I think so. I think he barely made it, but he is one of the only few people to become world champion within a year's time, so he wasn't buried. So, when it comes to the ending of the show, no, it was not what we expected, but it was still very good, and I liked it. Alright? And overall, I'm left wondering what's going to happen tomorrow night on Raw. Which is what we're supposed to feel like, right? Because now Rey Mysterio is apparently going to face Del Rio. And I know my friend Preston, he's excited about it because he wants to see what might happen. So, let's tune into Raw tomorrow night because I know who I'm going for. Ray, So, there we go, guys. The show overall, I'm going to give it, let me see, 8 out of 10 or 8.5. Let's go with, because, the ending kind of caught me off guard. I don't know how to feel about that yet. For now, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. I'll probably say 8.5 when I put this up. But 8.5 to 8 out of 10, good, solid show. If you have not watched it, it is worth the money. It was definitely worth the $45. I'll say that. If you have not watched it, catch a replay or buy the DVD. You'll enjoy it. But that's my review. 8.5. Every match was solid. There was not one bad match. To some people, they may say they have a few boring matches on here, but there was not a bad match on this card. Very solid. Worth the watch. Leave your thoughts down below. Make a video response. Do what you do. And thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in my next video. And let's see what happens tonight or tomorrow night. Well, wherever you watch this, tomorrow night or tonight on Monday Night Raw. So, alright guys, I'll catch you guys next time. This is your boy, the Lex Man, signing off.